Welcome in. It is day 181, and you're speaking to the Meeples Champion. And today we're going to be going over one of my. I went to PAX East. I talked to somebody who had made the game. I picked it up on the spot because one, I like to support people when they are introducing new games at the conventions. I like to try to give somebody a chance. And two, I was a lot earlier on. It was only my second year, maybe. It might have even been my first year at PAX East, and I was excited to buy. So I was a little trigger happy that day. That being said, this is a game I've never even played, and it's been many years in my collection. The game is Match Plus. Now, many of you might be saying, what is Match Plus? My response to you would be, that's the right question. See, Match Plus is a game that is all about you have all these different colored cards. You're trying to make sets and runs. You're placing them out. You're trying to put chips down based on when you make the sets or make the runs. First person to place the last chip is out, and they win. Very simple. It's too simple. The game is just, there's no game to it really. It's almost just luck in a way. There are pattern games that exist. There are tile placing games, there are betting games or chip games. There's a bunch of stuff. This just feels like you're shuffling, you're getting your cards, and then it's just kind of the luck of the draw and the luck of what you place. Yes, you have the ability to mitigate your luck, but there's not enough game here to make that important to me. I bought the game, I got it home, and I was like so excited, like I got a new game. And then I realized like, man, I got excited by colored cards and chips, and I didn't actually take the time to truly see what I was buying. And it just sat there for years. I mean, this has been on my shelf for at least 6 years. And it's just one of my bigger regrets. Not that I paid so much for it, but that it's just useless and it's not a game I'll ever play. Now, that being said, I'm not here trying to just bury these guys. I want to talk about the game, go over the 7 categories, and try to give it its fair shake and let you see where sometimes with a mistake, you have to still try to judge the game and see where it lands for you. So I'm not sure 100% where we're going to land with this one, but let's give it its fair shake. Art. So when it comes to the art, it's extremely basic. This box, again, if I wasn't at a convention, if I wasn't ready to buy, and if I wasn't so early in my buying of the bigger games yet, I would not have been grabbed by this. But I was at a convention, and I did play with the creator, and I did get a little overzealous about it. And the inside of the box, it's not any better. It's just colored cards and chips. That's all it is. So the art to me is a big thumbs down. They didn't make any effort here. It's not like the box is badly made or anything. It's just they didn't try to make this stand out. Your components, I'll give them credit. Their chips are good quality, and the cards are pretty nice too. I can't complain about them. They definitely knew what they were making, and they put their money into that. Even the box is a really nice box. You can tell it's a good finish. You can tell that they didn't skimp on it when it came to the creation of the box itself. So I'll give them a thumbs up. Your price. So I've gone over this with you many times before. Price isn't just about the price, it's about the availability. This game is nowhere. This is not a game that's out there. And I would love to make the claim, oh, well, if you manage to find it, it might be expensive. No, if you find it, you're going to find it for pennies on the dollar. I'd be shocked if somebody's charging for even $10 for this game. I think I might have paid 50 for it, maybe 40. I don't remember. It was so long ago. Whatever I paid was way too much. And there's no way that this game is going to make back even 3/4 of its money. It's one of those games that is dropped. It never made it to stores. Maybe I could see this getting into say like a Target like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But now Target's really upped its game with the kind of stuff it has stocked, and this game would never make it to its shelves. Definitely not going to find it in a board game store. So you're only going to find it online if you're lucky, and if you're lucky, you're going to get really lucky because it would be like $5 or $10. It's going to go cheap. That being said, it's not available. Got to be a thumbs down. Your difficulty. So where I'll give this one the credit is, I think it would be good for kids. If you're talking about the 10-year-olds, hey, learn how to do set collection, follow your cards for card management for your hands, trying to get rid of your chips, learn how to. I think that's great. I think a kid could enjoy the game. I don't think the game is 100% useless. When I think of useless, I think of something I wouldn't rank as a game, like Candyland. I don't even think of that as a board game. To me, that is not a game. That is just colors that were given a, a board for some reason. It is cards that are shuffled, and once the shuffle is done, you've already got a winner determined based on the shuffle, and you have no control. This, you have some control. So this is a game. It's just not a competitive game. So when it comes to that difficulty, I think a kid, fine. I don't think a beginner should be playing this because a beginner, by definition for me, means they're not a kid. So you're looking at like a college, at least a college aged person. This isn't a game I would be recommending to them. And your experienced, your experts, it's absolute no. So overall, it's got to be a thumbs down. Replayability, it's really hard to replay when you're not even playing it. If I'm not recommending it for the majority of people, I'm definitely not saying replayability. It's thumbs down. Your keys to victory. So the concept is sets, runs, trying to get the 2, 3 of a kind of the colors, trying to get them. I understand what they're going for, but to me, there is no keys to victory here because you only have a couple real options, and it's really kind of all just you get your cards, you play them out there. I don't know. To me, I look at it and I go, how much option do I really have in my hand, in my turn? I know what I'm going for. So when you put it out there, it's not like I look at my hand and I go, oh, well, I don't want to get those points now. So to me, I don't see it. I don't see the actual choice based on what comes out without me making the wrong choice for keys to victory. So I have to give it a thumbs down. Unique. Is the game unique? Even though I don't like it, and I don't have a lot of games I would think about in comparing this to because I don't want to like insult another game, I still would think you can't give it unique because it is got the starting feel of games like it's almost like a color version of Rummy, or trying to put together those like chain of sets or stuff from other games that you might see extra mechanics to. I feel like it's just a one trick pony mechanic game that's just not enough there to justify it being in a huge box and having all these components. If you had this game, but you had done it with just a deck and you had a small thing, so it was just like a 52 card deck, and it was like, hey, play our version of Rummy, but it's going to be with colored cards instead of with numbered cards. I might have been more interested because that would have brought the price way down, but they didn't. Point being is, I can see how to compare this to other games, so I will say it's a no on unique because there's stuff that is similar. It's just in a totally different category of game. Overall, what do I think? I think that they got a little excited for a concept and didn't realize what they were doing. I would never recommend anybody to buy this game. I'm not against somebody wanting to play it, but just be aware that this is really more for your kids. And I just don't think this is a game that I would recommend many people to try to start off a collection with or to throw into an existing collection. If you have a collection my size, half my size, 10% of my size, I wouldn't recommend this game because you've already got enough games where you definitely are not going to want to touch this one. But if you've barely got any games and you're just looking for something different that's not just in every person's household, sure, if you come across it, I guess you could try it. I just don't think there's enough game there to justify that. But that's just my opinion. Maybe this is that game that never succeeded, that for a few of you out there, you'll look at it and go, do you know what? I know it wasn't big, but for me, I would actually like that stuff. If you do, that's great. Nothing against it. It didn't hit for me, but hopefully if somebody out there does have it or is interested in checking it out, it will hit for you. Well, it has been day 181, and we've been speaking about the game Match Plus, and you've been speaking to the Meeples champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description where I'll be adding an Amazon link in case you want to get this game for your collection. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.